Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Arena. We got some catching up to do. I've been super busy with family, school holidays, Mrs. going back to work, a bunch of things. I haven't been able to keep up with all my channels recently. Gonna try and get back into the flow, but there has been a lot going on that I want to cover in this one. First of all, we have the new highborn dragon here. The reason I've got a screenshot on is for some reason BlueStacks won't show the character image when I open BlueStacks, so it is what it is. We had to do screenshots. We do have some tentative skills over here. So from the Floofpire, dude, I love that name, that we will go through. But then we've also got what I consider to be a vanilla AFK, but then we've also got some big issues in the community around Abyssal Expedition, dragons in general, the way they were implemented, the way they're forcing them upon us. We got a post here that was posted about 6 days ago, one that was posted 11 hours ago from one of the biggest Kraken guild leaders. And I want to go through this stuff because it's very, very important, even if you're not into Abyssal Expedition and stuff like that. So first of all, let's go through this one, and then we'll go through this stuff, and then we'll go through the character, just because that's the order I had the tabs. So this, if you want this, I'll leave a link to this tweet. You can download this version, which is AFK Arena Companions. You got an Android and an iOS. This is like a test version of the game. And what it is I've got it open now. I just installed it. I've played it for like 2 minutes, but it's like normal AFK Arena, but they've made changes. And I think the way this is meant to be is once they implement this on live version, this version that you would download through this link is kind of like a just a beta that will get wiped and stuff. But at least that's my understanding. But I think when it goes into the real game, the idea is some of the servers will be like these companion servers where it's like a different version of AFK Arena, maybe different heroes. I've got to check the rosters. Actually, I can go ahead and check portraits. So what do we got in here? I mean, there's a fair few heroes. That's probably no, it's actually missing a lot of heroes now that I look at it. Dude, it's missing a ton of heroes. So yeah, it is really like a vanilla version. It's not like the base roster, but it is missing a bunch of heroes. And it's got different systems. I'll have to do a video covering it in a bit, but I'll have to play it a bit more and figure out what it is. But yeah, like I view it as like vanilla AFK, so I don't know how this is going to be received, how good it's going to be. I'm keen to jump in and test it though, and if you guys want to jump in and test it, you can. And there's the info here about it and all the different stuff. Hunt stars. All right, test benefits. We get some summons. Okay, listen. It's there if you want to download it. I'll do a deeper video into it. I just wanted to let you guys know about it. So then we go into this one. So this one is a big thing. So essentially, if you don't know what's going on here, for people that don't really compete in Abyssal Expedition and you just do casual mode and you're not too stressed, you won't know this, but this is a very important issue because it's like I find the guilds and the group of people, the groups of people that do Abyssal Expedition and really try at it, I like the core of like not the only core of the community, but a big part of the community. And like guilds, I watch it all the time. I see guild leaders going in, organizing strategies, trying to rally the troops, get everyone together, and it's a big thing. And when you go through that much effort of trying to organize Abyssal Expedition, just to find out that a character who is giga pay to win is the only way to really compete, it's just such a watering down of the experience. And essentially what's happening here, I'm not going to read this verbatim because you guys know I suck at reading and we got skills to read through already. But essentially Dragon Gwyneth is just incredibly OP in the boss, and if you don't have her, you're not really dealing the damage. And it's such a big gap between her and anything else that it's crazy. And it feels like them forcing Gwyneth upon people, and that is what people are pissed off with. That's my general summary. Like I said, for me personally, I'm not a big AE fan. Like, I don't even bother with it. After like the first one, maybe two Abyssal Expeditions, I just sort of dipped out. It's just too much for me to really get that deeply involved in. So yeah, but like I said, it is a massive slap in the face the way they made Gwyneth so overpowered in that thing, considering how poorly the dragons were implemented. I'll give you guys my thoughts on dragons in a minute. I might do a whole video on it as well. Okay, so next up, I want to look at this post. It's from the guild master of one of the Kraken guilds. Runs like 5 guilds, 325 players. This is my 4th time trying. I tried reading through it, but I think the native tongue is different and the translation, and I feel like a robot stumbling over AI generated words. That's how bad I am. So I'm gonna paraphrase this because I don't want to read the whole thing because my brain isn't quick enough to comprehend what's being written and adjust it for the translations. But essentially, this dude, like, if we go down here, if you where is it? My guild is the so-called Kraken guild, which always aims to be first. The mood of my guild is already very gloomy and hopeless. And basically, this is like the Kraken guild that runs 5 guilds with about 325 players. And basically, TLDR on what this post is, I'll leave it linked if you guys want to like read through it for verbatim, but you can also pause and read. I'll just scroll through it slowly. But essentially, they're pissed. Dude runs the Kraken guilds, and this is his message. KBRS will not research new draconic heroes. I will not force you to build a new draconic hero. I will prepare a new free-to-play campaign in the future. So this is coming from like Kraken guilds. And basically, they're just seeing it as too exploitive with the way dragon heroes are implemented and the way they're trying to force them to be the new meta when it is that expensive is essentially what we're looking at. Now, these games are always innately pay to win. Yes, 100%. But there becomes like a line of what's crazy. And to me, I just think the dragons, the dragons being announced got me so excited. Like, I loved the idea of dragons coming into the game. It was super exciting for me. Because, you know, we got cool new characters and stuff like that. But the way they implemented them with a new summon system and stuff like that, when we already had the new power system of collections this year, which wasn't received well, signature item 4050, which once again I don't think was received too well, and then you go to this, which could have been done in such a good manner, but they decided to make it that giga pay to win extra power creep feature. I feel like Draconis heroes could have been implemented where they just went into the standard banner, and then the highborn dragons were just awakened heroes. And in the wish list, you take off 1 spot of the wish list for the 4 factions. That brings all the factions down to 4 heroes on the wish list. You give 4 wish list spots to the Draconis heroes for their elite members, and then, like I said, you just make the highborn dragons awakened heroes and add them into the awakened roster. Now you've got this cool new faction with cool heroes that you can go ahead and pick up, and you can add to the wish list as normal. You can pick them up with your select summons if you have to, and it would have been a really cool implementation of something. But instead, we got this whole new summon system where they give you jackal summons, and then you've got to go and it's just ridiculously expensive to get these guys, and that is the whole issue. Like I said, I feel like Draconis heroes could have been like the next level of giga hype for the game, but the way they were implemented is just a massive letdown. And now with this, and now it's just starting to frustrate the spenders, which is never a good thing to snowball onto. So that is the rundown of that, of what's going on with Gwyneth over here. New Draconis highborn hero. You know, people ain't happy about it, but this is our new hero. So let's go ahead. Let's jump in. I'm going to take a look at these skills briefly. We should get the patch notes tomorrow, which means we should get the update the day after. And then we'll take a look at it in the game. But like I said, it's hard to get excited about this when you know it's just such a pain point for a lot of people. So land the Aquamarine Herald. Ultimate shifts into a dragon, dealing dragon speed damage for X% of her attack rating to all enemies in 3 stages. Enemies in the center take additional hits of damage for yada yada yada. Hit enemies are stunned for a certain amount of seconds or until they receive so many instances of damage. Only 1 hero on the team can shift at a time. Obviously, we know that with dragons. Enemies hit cannot recover energy or receive healing for X seconds or until they've received X instances of damage. Active triggers a temp, and with the instances of damage, I feel like that is going to synergize well once again with Gwyneth, just because she has she doesn't do a ton of instances. She does the big long draws. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Land triggers tempestuous harmony. Dude, I don't know if I said that right. For X seconds during this time, the first X control effects applied to each allied hero are immediately removed. So we've got control, we've got healing and energy reduction, we've got damage, and we've got support in that ultimate. It's pretty cracked. Lan paints this is dense mist, the next ability. Paints a swath of auspicious clouds for X seconds. Dude, these words are tough. During this time, each allied hero nullifies the first X instances of damage from skills or ultimates. So we got damage nullification, with each not exceeding X% of Lan's attack rating. I know it's not Lan. I know it's meant to be Lan or something like that, but hey, I'm going with Lan. It's making me think of land nights with the boys. Reusing the skill refreshes the cloud's duration and resets the damage immunity count. During the cloud's duration, allied heroes gain a bonus equivalent to X% of Lan's attack rating and X% of her defense rating. During the cloud's duration, each allied hero's immunity count against damage from skills or ultimates is increased to X instances. During the cloud's duration, allied heroes gain crit. Once again, another stacked ability. We got buffing, we've got nullification, and we got further buffing with crit. Dude, like, there's just everything in it. Rain Bell. Lan wields her brush, summoning auspicious rain to fall within... She's got a lot of auspicious stuff. To fall within the allied half of the battlefield. This rain restores X% of max health to nearby allied heroes, up to X% of Lan's attack rating, while dispelling most debuffs. So now we've got cleansing as well, and healing. Dude, this skill, like, this is just Dex level power creep. Maybe she's bad, but this kid is seeming nuts at the moment. And like, I know I ain't getting her for a long time. I've still got like 2 copies of Gwyneth. Like, what am I doing? This skill requires that allied heroes are sheltered under the auspicious clouds. So you're going to be stacking the clouds and the rain. If an allied hero dispels an enemy's debuff or limitation effect, they inflict additional damage on the attacker. Each dispellable debuff or limitation effect deals damage for X% of Lan's attack rating. This effect can be stacked up to X times. Additional damage inflicted is increased to X%. Engraving 30 is active. For X seconds, allied heroes within range immediately dispel newly applied debuffs. If applied by enemy heroes, they also inflict damage for X% of the attack ratio to that enemy hero. During this duration, each allied hero can trigger the damage effect from this ability up to X times. Cool beans. Is that the engravings? I thought it always went signature item and then furniture and then engravings. Yeah, this is E60. I don't know why that says E30 there. I think that's a typo, because I'm pretty sure that's the furniture for upgrades. Anyway, Nectar's song. After Rain Bell... Wait, let me scroll down a little bit. After Rain Bell ends, all allied heroes except Lan gain a drop of nectar for X seconds. When heroes with nectar deal damage, they inflict additional damage for X% of Lan's attack rating to the target and dispel most of the target's buffs. During the duration of nectar, each allied hero triggers this effect up to X times. When the nectar's duration ends, the affected hero recovers HP. And then when the duration ends, they recover more HP. And then if a target has dispelled buffs, each dispelled buff increases the potency of any additional damage inflicted by X% and can be stacked up to X times. Okay, moving on from that. Okay, so now this is the signature item. Oh wait, no, dude, I'm an idiot. Because they are like awakened heroes, I was thinking of it like awakened hero. Dude, I'm an idiot. This is obviously E30, this is obviously E60, and then we have the signature item and furniture. Dude, there's too much shit going on in this game. It's confusing as shit. I forgot about it. See, I don't get enough highborn dragons. The game doesn't let me summon enough so that I understand these systems well enough. Signature item 10. Okay, the duration of auspicious clouds is increased. Duration of the cloud. During the cloud's duration, allied heroes gain an attribute boost equivalent to X% of land's attack rating. Okay. During the cloud's duration, each allied hero's immunity count against damage from the skill is increased to 0x instances. The skill Rain Bell now heals all allied heroes on the battlefield, and then at the start of battle, auspicious clouds appear immediately in the allied half of the battlefield. Cool beans. Now furniture. During the duration of Nectar, if an allied hero's health falls below X%, they recover X of their max health every X seconds up to X attack. All right, cool. So we basically get like a Rowan potion style thing, but it's not like a big pop-off potion. It's like a heal over time trigger. During the duration of Nectar, if an allied hero's health is above X%, their damage is increased by... Okay, so what do we have in this kit? We've got damage with a lot of additional points of damage, but I don't know how much they'll stack up. We've got control with the ultimate. We've got energy and healing blocking. We've got debuff removal for allies, buff removal for enemies. We've got attack and defense buffing. We've got crit buffing. We've got healing. We've got smart healing. We got damage increase. Like, there's a lot in this kit. Anyway, that's the kit. That's the character. I do like the dragon feel with the like the water mystical dragon that like sort of, I don't know whether it summons, turns into. Is that the dragon it turns into, you reckon? Or does it like also have like a summonable feeling dragon? I don't know. Have to wait and see. I'm assuming that's the dragon she turns into. But yeah, that's everything, guys. Like I said, we've got vanilla AFK. We've got issues with dragons in general and Gwyneth. And then we've got the new dragon. So let me know your thoughts on everything. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.